Well, predictably, probably not the best day to go shopping on a Sunday in Saigon. All the locals are out and about, of course. It's pretty crowded in the mall. It's quite nice up there, isn't it? Yeah, it's quite crowded in the mall. So, I couldn't find shorts anywhere. I went to Mark and Spencer's. They didn't seem to have any. But there were a whole lot of other levels I could have checked out. But I'll do it on a weekday if I'm going to go there. It's not worth it. Dodging all the fellow shoppers. It's a pain. So I mainly want to get out and about today anyway, just sick of being in the hotel room. I don't feel 100%, so I might even just head back now. My endurance for long walks is not great. It's one good thing about the bar, it's only about a block or so away, so perfectly located when you're not feeling 100%. And I find beer doesn't hurt me when I'm feeling a bit, with something like a cold. It doesn't seem to worry me much. It can actually make you feel a little better. So, yeah, I might retreat back to the room. It's not a bad day, not particularly hot, but I'm sweating a bit, and that's just because of the cold, I think. Be expected. So I'll go back a slightly different way. Yeah, there's a lot of tourists and locals out today. Well, I mean, like the guy that sells the banh mi, he's actually it's a brother and sister operation. I thought he was a husband and wife, but him and his sister, they operate that stand 6 days a week, so they don't get much time off. Well, I'm not sure when... No, they don't even knock off... they're still going during the day too, so they have a long day. They probably start early. Oh, yeah, it'd be hard, yeah. That's an interesting building up there. I don't know if I've actually noticed that one before. That's quite swish. It's a fairly upmarket part of town just here, so... Yeah, I hate to think what the room rates would be in that hotel. Oh, that's Rex. That's actually an entrance to the Rex. It looks right nice in there. The Rex down in Boogan Tower doesn't look anywhere near as swish as this. But yeah, it looks quite nice. I didn't realise that was the Rex. There you go. Have been up there once, had drinks. Quite a good view. It's not a bad elevator though, it's only a couple of stories. Must be this section here, I'd say. Maybe it's the rooftop there. It was a little higher than that. It wasn't just 2 stories though. Well, the bar girls were kind enough to give me some sugar cane free of charge, and so I thought I'd better reciprocate and finally bite the bullet and buy some beef jerky, and I found it in a place just back there. And the weird thing is, in a really big plastic bag, and I didn't want that much obviously, so I said smaller. I said 100,000 dong, which is about $6-7 worth, and that's what I've got. But she actually just deposited from the big bag to this bag with just her hands. Oh, that was interesting. I got locked out of my own room just then, just as I was going down to get myself some food. The goi kum, which is actually there. Very strange that the way they served it though. They normally put in a little sealed plastic container so it doesn't spill, but they've just left it open. And there's 3 goi kums, which are the Vietnamese spring rolls, and they're very healthy, very tasty, especially with the sauce. And they cost the princely sum of 7,000 dong each, so 21,000 all up, which is what, $1.35 Australian, I'd say, something like that. So it's incredibly good value, and they're quite filling. Quite remarkable how filling they actually are. So I'm glad they got me back into my room so I could have them. I had to go downstairs and I spilled a bit more of that stuff while doing it. So, but apparently this woman's on the corner just opposite, between about 4 and 6 weekdays, I think. So I was only brought to my attention recently. It's see, normally I'd be trundling off to the bar probably, and I wouldn't even be looking in that corner. I would better see what she's selling. So it's good they told me. Also, I think it looks like I'm going to have to get myself a bank account here to activate the Grab account for getting cars and bikes and what have you, which will be good to have, because anytime I come to Vietnam, yeah, I can probably bypass using taxis, because the price of if you're using the online system, it's incredibly cheap compared to using cash. If I wanted to go, say, to Big C and do some clothes shopping, which is about 4 kilometres away from here, I'd be up for about 63,000 dong. So that's what, $4 or $5, something like that. But if I actually use their own electronic wallet and deposit funds into those, that same trip would only cost me 13,000 dong, which is less than $1. So it's a huge reduction. And apparently they give you, there's lots of offers and freebies and stuff to go to. So the actual cost of using it is not that much more than using a bus, but a lot more convenient. So I'm definitely going to get that done. It's not hard to open a bank account here either. So I'm just following what Ricky from Beyond the Sea, he used to live in the Philippines. He's just moved here, and he's pretty up with all the technology stuff. And just using his guidance, and it seems to be working well. And I may even catch up with the guy next Thursday when there's an English class being held for Vietnamese, and they like to have some English speakers to sort of to sit at a table and help the participants try out their English skills, and also might be an opportunity to pick up a little bit of Vietnamese at the same time and make some local friends. That's always it's not healthy just getting all my acquaintances through my bar hopping, although the expats are quite nice, but I haven't got a really good mate here to say that. I did actually email Charlie, who I spoke to the other night, and he seems like a nice guy, and I've got knowledge that he's not aware of, so I can help him out with some local knowledge, so that's good. But he hasn't emailed me back, but he's also given me his phone number, so I'll send him a text or an SMS if that doesn't work, so it's good. But anyway, I don't want to delay eating these delicious looking goi kums, the spring rolls that are non-fried and very healthy and very tasty. I'll give you a verdict after I've finished. Well, the verdict on the goi kum is thumbs up. Nice job. Very tasty. Lots of sauce to dip them into. A sort of a sweet, savoury, spicy sauce with a bit of chili, of course. It's hard to avoid here, really, to get chili sauce. But it's got peanuts and some other ingredients. It was, like I say, sweet and hot, and went down very well. You dip your spring rolls into that little mix, and the hardest part was probably getting biting through the rice paper. That stuff's strong. So yeah, it was quite nice. And I had my first sugar cane last night at the bar. One of the bar girls, who also had a cold, she kindly offered me some sugar cane. I've never actually eaten it before, which is funny considering I'm from Cairns, where there's sugar cane growing everywhere around. But it was quite nice. But again, good for the teeth. You know, good exercise for your jaw. Yeah, it was quite nice. And I got her some. I went and bought the beef jerky, because she was just so nice of her to actually offer me food. It normally goes the other way. She didn't eat all the beef jerky, unfortunately. She did provide the lime, which made it really nice, and I ate as much as she did, maybe more. But the other girls just didn't seem to be interested. In the past, they seemed, maybe their tastes are changing, maybe becoming more Western, I'm not sure, but could be just a different group of girls. The turnover there's quite high, so that's possible. But no, she's a nice girl. And there's another one that was really, she always seems very on edge, and she's very attractive, but she doesn't smile that much, and even she was friendlier last night, which is amazing. Just wish I hadn't gone to the other bars later. I just overdid it, and I'm going to have to be really careful about how much booze I take. And it's just so easy to get pissed over here, and it's not good. So I have a quiet night tonight, I think. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you, or entertainment, or whatever. And either do that, or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great. But please don't ignore me. That's the worst thing you can do on YouTube, is be ignored.